A year of public hearings and thousands of pages of evidence. The Moerane Commission of Inquiry, probing political killings in KwaZulu-Natal since 2011, has had its work cut out. Now, after an extension and in its final session, the Commission's hearing evidence leaders' closing arguments.
Our task was not to investigate who killed who. So the public should not expect that in our report.
Several witnesses have previously pointed fingers at the ANC, saying infighting was largely to blame for the high number of its members killed. But the governing party puts the blame squarely on a third force.
There is no evidence to back it up. In fact, they themselves said there could be a third force. They were not saying, yes, definitely there is. There could be a third force, and the entry point is KZN. Our submission is simple, based on all the evidence. Because even themselves, they couldn't explain who is the handler of the third force if there is.
Manyati says, in their view, infighting was one of the underlying causes of the province's political violence. In their recommendations to the Commission, evidence leaders took into account witness testimonies.
There needs to be political education and governance education for councillors, as there seems to not be a clear indication or appreciation by the councillors of their immediate roles and responsibilities in the community.
They also want the Zulu king to play a role in stopping the bloodshed.
Looking at the history of the province, there's been a lot of bloodshed. Perhaps it should be considered to have a provincial cleansing, which has to be overseen by ISILO. I know it might not sound as if it will yield any results, but if you look at the majority of the people in the province and their beliefs, it does lean towards that being a possible recommendation or solution to the problem faced.
A final report with findings and recommendations will be submitted to Premier Willie Zimkunu next month. Dasen Thathiah, Durban.